Hello, artists. So, we just heard the book Mixed by Ari Chang, and we talked a little bit about what it meant, and today we're going to make a piece of art kind of like he did. And I'm going to start by making 3 circles. I'm going to make 2 bigger ones, and I'm going to make a smaller one also. You can trace a circle if you'd like to, but you don't have to. In Ari Chang's book, they were not exact circles. The color people in those were not exact circles. So you can just kind of freehand it. I am going to trace something. Now we are going to add things like legs and noses, mouths, eyes. You can give them clothes, cool hairdos, mustaches, beards, whatever you want. Make each one different. This is your chance to really get creative with it. Take some time with this. Right now we're just going to make our family of blobs that'll be colored, just like kind of was in Ari Chang's book that we just heard. I'm using a pencil right now, but I will go over this in crayon later. Give it lots of details. That's what's going to make this art look really great. Now, I'm going to make a horizon line in the background. We've talked about what a horizon line is before. A horizon line is the line where the sky meets the ground. Now, we've talked about making things near and making things far before. We've talked about the foreground and the background before. So in the background, far away from me, I'm going to draw my city where this family lives. Drawing a city is not really that hard. If you can make a rectangle, you can make a city. All my city is just a bunch of rectangles. You know, there's some triangles and some other shapes, but rectangles is just fine for a city. So if you can make a rectangle, you can make a city. After I am done laying out my design, drawing everything, I'm going to start going over my lines and my details with crayons, because I'm going to watercolor on this later. Say you don't have watercolors, we'll talk about that in a second, but this project does work best with watercolors, so I'd like you to use them if you have them. I'm going to keep going over all my lines. I'm going to add more details, really give these people some kind of personality. That's really how you make your art really great with this kind of project. Your people will probably look like nobody else's, and that's good, because nobody really looks like anybody else in real life. Go over all the lines in your city also. You can give it things like windows and doors, really decorate the city. You can use whatever colors you want because, this is a colorful city made of colorful blob people. So, it doesn't have to be gray and boring like city buildings you may see in Milwaukee or something like that. Just keep going with it. Keep working with your crayons until you have your entire picture done. I'm going to put like a little sun up on top, and I'm going to do some clouds in white because I'm going to do the wax resist technique that we've already talked about before. So now on to painting with the watercolors. I am going to start by painting in the parents. You can choose whatever color you want. I am choosing yellow and blue for my parents. I'm going to be careful with it. If you don't have watercolors, you can just color them in at this point. But start by painting in your parents on your picture. Now I'm going to paint the kid. I'm going to start with one of the colors that one of the parents was. So I'm going to start with the blue here and paint this kid blue. After that, I'm going to wash my brush and I'm going to change colors. And I'm going to paint over the blue from before with the color that the other parent was, in my case yellow. So I'm going to paint yellow right over the blue, and the 2 colors are going to mix like in the book Mixed, and they're going to make another color. If it doesn't look like the color changed enough, you can do a little bit more. I think I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to put a little bit of blue over here because it looks like too yellow to me, so I am going to put a little blue, and I know that I will get green when yellow and blue mix, and that's what I'm going to have right here. That's what my kid's going to be. Your kid may be different, maybe a different color, depending on which colors you painted the parents. If you don't have the watercolors and you need to color it in, that's fine. I will have a chart in this lesson that will show you what colors are made when different colors mix. But some of you might know that stuff already, because you guys are pretty smart. After this, I'm going to finish the rest of the picture. I'm going to paint in the sky and the buildings. If you want to color it, that's absolutely fine. You decide how you finish the rest of the picture because it is your art, not mine. So have fun with it. You can see the clouds that I colored in white crayon start to come out because of the wax resist technique that we've used before. I think that really looks good. We have near and far, I can see that. We have our horizon line, and we have our family. I really hope you like this project. I really liked mine. I love this story. I love doing this project. I really like the book, and I hope you like making your art as much as I liked making mine.